Hello, everybody. This is Ray Lopez, and this is my presentation on the assessment of multimodal ensembles on digital ad creatives. In this presentation, I'm going to be using the Pecha Kucha style, which means we'll spend about 20 seconds per slide before moving on to the next topic. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my presentation. And first, we're going to start with my thesis. So my thesis has the following bullet points. We'll talk about the inception of digital ads, which is about 25 years ago, the various formats that they've taken and their evolution, and what we think digital ads might look like in the future based on advances in technology. So up next is defining the origins of digital advertising. Digital advertising is possible because of all the traffic that's been generated since the inception of the web. With the ability of people to connect and the inception of the web, we get a lot of traffic. And we've got a lot of traffic and tools to build new websites to publish content, including news stories and do retail. With this growth and boom of tools and people serving the web, there's a huge opportunity to get revenue, and that revenue comes from digital ads. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first digital ad ever created. It was a banner ad created by a gentleman called Bill Clausen from AT&T, who was working with his marketing department to try to figure out a way to monetize the revenue. And they created with a simple banner ad that they published, and when people clicked on it, they used logs to track the activity, and later on gives rise to our whole digital advertising landscape today and the tools needed to measure the effectiveness of those ads. So real quick, let's just take a look at some of the formats of today's ads. You'll see that we have search ads, which are used in search advertising, banner ads that are images that appear on web pages, native ads, which are a subcategory of banner ads that take the form and look of the web page, so they're hard to distinguish from regular ads. And then we take a look at dynamic ads, which are built real time and placed in banners, as well as video and rich media ads, which are a different type of ad that are more interactive and contain audio. The first kind of ad that we're looking at here is a search ad. You'll see that a search ad has the following elements, and we're taking a look at how it gets created. What you need to do is put in a URL, a couple of headings that show what the ad is about, a redirect path so people know where they're going, and then a short description of the ad so that when people search, this is what displays. Before the ad or any ad is displayed, it has to be approved. So to make sure that the ad looks good, it has appropriate content and a landing page. The search engine then takes a look at the keywords and figures out what ad to serve based on those keywords. And this is what the ad looks like after it serves. You've probably seen these before in search engines. They have the heading, display URL, the body of the ad, and any ad extensions. Next up are banner ads. So banner ads are multimodals that contain text and graphical elements, and they come in all different shapes and sizes. So there are multiple standard shapes and sizes so that they can be facilitated in the placement on the web page. And if you take a look at the right, you'll see that they contain things like the logo, the product model pictures, a tagline, the copy of the ad, and some sort of contrasting background to make things stand out, as well as a call to action, which is what you want the person to click on and do. Responsive banner ads are ads that are created to fit the different sizes using a tool that creates those iterations without having to do them manually, because they take a while to create. When you take a look at responsive designs, not only do they create different sizes, but they also use the different types of text and graphics to create different messaging and different looks. So you see on the right-hand side all the different iterations that a responsive banner can take and look like, as well as the different sizes. Now, let's take a look at banner ad effectiveness. The effectiveness of a banner ad has lots of different elements. Just for example, on the right-hand side, we can see a fashion website news story and then the ad next to it. So from a context perspective, we can see that we have appropriate context as well as the appropriate text on the ad itself, in this case, pricing. Both impact the effectiveness of the ad. Additionally, with mobile devices, ads should be in landscape mode. As research has stated, landscape mode has a better impact on an ad as opposed to portrait ads. Now, let's take a look at native ads. As explained a little earlier, native ads are placed on a web page that often look like a news story and mimic the content of a website. Just by taking a look at the ad in the box in red, you're going to see that this is sponsored content by PayPal. It looks exactly like the news stories just to the right, as opposed to if you look in the upper right-hand corner, an ad by Dell that is clearly an ad on a web page. So there's a little bit of controversy that surrounded these kinds of ads, and we'll take a look at it right here. To get an idea of what people think of these ads, a survey was done on a Wendy's ad that was put in like a native ad, and the findings were that they couldn't figure out what was actually an ad and what was a news story. About 23% thought it was advertising, 43% thought it was editorial content, and 34% thought it was a hybrid. The conclusion is that people just are not sure what a native ad is, and sometimes become distrustworthy of websites that use native advertising and embedded within their news stories. So dynamic ads are ads that are built in real time, and they're automatically built based on information about the user from their profile. So they're similar to banner ads, but they differ in that they're put together using a complex system of logic. On the right-hand side are some elements. You'll see the messaging is custom, the product image is custom, the name and the call to action is all custom, as well as the images that are shown in the carousel built within the ad template. So let's go ahead and take a look at the ad template. Dynamic ads are built in real time. You'll see that as data is passed on the left-hand side, it's used to be analyzed and then figure out how to build the ad based on a selection of images and text. Once the images and text are selected, they're put into the dynamic ad template, and what you get is the final dynamic ad on the right-hand side, in this particular case, a shopping ad with some shoes based on that information. Here's a look at a rich media ad. As you can see in a rich media ad, they have some commonalities with video, including animation and the ability to embed auto, but the main difference is in their size and interactivity. Rich media does use logic, and it's injected into an ad banner placement, and it can have all sorts of clickable interactives, making it like a game or like a survey. Here's a quick look at the different rich media ad types. They can be injected into a web page in a number of different ways. You can see that it can be in page, expanded within the page, floating over a page, or in between page, known as transitionals or interstitials, or you may have seen this before where they literally take over the page before you get to the content. Video ads are exactly what they sound like. They're ads that are in traditional video format, created using storyboard scripts, actors, and accompanied audio. These generally come in different time sizes, including 5, 15, or 30, with 5 being called bumper ads, played usually right before a video or during a video. So finally, here's a look at some video ad types. You'll see that these ads are usually run before another video, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. Those are called pre-roll ads, as well as being run in between video ad spots. They can appear in a couple of different places, including in-stream, which is within a dedicated video player, or they can be put in other spots within the banners themselves. But you'll also see that they'll be accompanied by sometimes called discovery ads for additional videos. Here's a quick digital ad summary of the evolution of digital marketing. So we've taken a look at everything from the advent of digital ads from the infancy of banner ads through the programmatic placement of these ads in different locations on web pages and within sites. What were once simple ads are now complex ads measured using a variety of different tools and very meticulously to see if they're meeting their goals. So what can we expect in the future? Well, expect more data to be collected and it being used to customize the ads that you see. Expect media like billboards to be customized for you as you're going by them with ads that you might be interested in based on that data. You can even expect videos to have ad placements injected into them real time as you're watching TV or a sporting event. And also expect new technology like heads-up displays and virtual reality glasses to have ads shown in them as well. So I want to thank everybody for taking a look at my presentation. Hope you enjoyed it.